and gentlemen, this next story is one you might have heard. This is a prosecutor out of San Bernardino, California, by the name of Michael Selliam, who has left very racist and violent type comments on social media. He was even arguing with people over a case. You would think somebody that's a prosecutor would know better than to go out on social media and argue over a case that hasn't even gone to trial yet. This man has no business being in the position that he's in. He does not have the integrity to hold the office that he's in. Anytime you got that kind of hate in your heart, you don't need to be in the legal system at all. He's been the San Bernardino prosecutor for 12 years. I don't know how the people there allowed this. How did you allow this to happen? All right, we're going to go ahead and listen to this video.
Whether you're a couple that multitasks or a family with kids who use all your bandwidth, you need Spectrum Internet, delivering the fastest starting speeds for the price. 100 megabits for $29.99 a month, all with no contracts. Click to learn more.
A San Bernardino County lead gang prosecutor is under fire and off the job this afternoon. That's after his social media posts appeared to show potential bias. Well, now the DA wants to know if that bias bled into any of his court cases. NBC4's John Petty's back live for us at the DA's office in San Bernardino with more. Hey, John.
Michael, it has fired up the DA's office. Several complaints have come in about this prosecutor, and from our sources, we've heard that he's actually doubled down on these comments, trying to defend the statements he made on social media.
Our community and the entire criminal justice system depends on having a fair, ethical, and unbiased prosecutor.
San Bernardino County District Attorney Mike Ramos speaking out today after allegations one of his prosecutors crossed the line online.
All of those counts are accompanied by gang enhancements.
That prosecutor is Michael Selliam, seen here speaking to NBC4 in January on a case we covered that he prosecuted. Until this week, Selliam had been the lead gang prosecutor in the county. That is, until these posts on social media accounts were screen grabbed by co-workers and filed into a formal complaint June 28th.
But really where it crosses the line for the district attorney's office is how it impacts the men and women that serve our office every day and their ability to take a case to court, to seek justice.
In one post obtained by the NBC4 I-Team, Selliam wrote of Congresswoman Maxine Waters saying, quote, being a loudmouth expletive in the ghetto, you would think someone would have shot this expletive by now. But it's this post that may get him in the most trouble, where Selliam appears to argue with a poster about the suspect in an officer-involved shooting and saying, quote, that S-bag got what he deserved, and, quote, had he stopped being a complete expletive and listened to the police, he wouldn't have gotten shot.
What's at stake is the credibility of the entire criminal justice system.
LAURIE LEVENSON is a former federal prosecutor and professor of criminal justice at Loyola Law School. She says the whole country's eyes are on what happens in San Bernardino going forward.
Shockingly, I think there are a lot of people who've been in the criminal justice system are not that surprised.
It's led to outcry in the community, too, with multiple groups threatening legal action if the DA doesn't remove Selliam for good.
This man is proven by his words he does not have the integrity, the character, or the morals to be in that job working as a DA.
Again, the prosecutor, Michael Selliam, is on administrative leave. We also understand that all of his cases have been reassigned. We reached out to try to get some word from him. He has not returned our phone calls. The DA also said that if anybody might have been part of a case that he prosecuted, if they feel he might have had any sort of bias, they can have their case reviewed. Reporting live in San Bernardino, I'm John Kenny's Klimac, NBC.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, anybody in San Bernardino that don't come forward to have their cases looked over again, if this man was involved, you got to have your head examined. You know, again, how do you allow this? You know, we got to do better in getting these judges and these prosecutors when we know damn well they are biased against certain groups of people. And if you allow them to sit there, then it is the fault of the community. Now, this man needs to be thrown out. He has made all kinds of derogatory statements and implied violence and everything else on social media. I mean, just looking at what he writes, I wouldn't even think he was a prosecutor. Okay, so he was speaking about a shooting that took place in San Bernardino, and he said that shitbag got what he deserved. And had he stopped being a complete expletive and listened to the police, he wouldn't have gotten shot. Now, why is he online even talking about this as a prosecutor? Why is he online talking about this? This is very unprofessional. Okay, and then he said about Maxine Waters being a loud mouth cunt. In the ghetto, you would think someone would have shot this bitch by now. Okay, because I saw the other articles. I know what he wrote. And then he had a meme of Michelle Obama and wrote, "Trump grabbed my penis." And this is a man that's a prosecutor, y'all. Please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And see, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we will never get a fair chance in this rigged up system, is because this system is loaded with a bunch of Michael Selliams all over it. You have judges, you have people on the jury, and you have this prosecutor all feel the same way. This man must go. Peace, family.